Welcome to IAS Market Talk, your trusted source for timely ag market insights, brought to you by Innovative Ag Services. Each week, we break down the latest beef market trends impacting Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin, with expert updates tailored specifically for our IAS members. This week, you'll hear directly from Dave Rueber, IAS Beef Production Specialist, who brings decades of experience and deep knowledge of the cattle industry to these conversations. Dave has been providing market updates to producers for years, and now he's bringing those insights straight to you through this podcast. Tune in weekly for what you need to know straight from people you know. With that, here's Dave Rueber with the latest on what's happening in the cattle markets this week.
David Rueber, Beef Production Specialist for Innovative Ag Services, calling with a beef market commentary for August 26th. I got to thinking about how to talk about the beef markets this week, and I kind of thought of a bartender. Bartenders serve some very important roles. You know, one of those roles is being a listener, and people kind of can tell a heck of a story sitting at the end of a bar. Bartender kind of gets paid to sit there and listen to it, kind of be a therapist, kind of help talk somebody down off a ledge sometimes. You know, the other important role of a bartender is sometimes you just got to serve a stiff drink. And if you think about the cattle markets this week, we really need a bartender in both respects. You know, the hits keep coming, not in the positive way. This past week, our president announced, if you didn't hear this, last Friday, we're gonna import some 25% cheaper beef from, in all senses, probably South American lean beef coming into the U.S. He'd like to do that over the next 90 days. Of course, our domestic product, which is inspected better and an overall better product, kind of feels the pain from an announcement like that. Kind of a kick in the gut on the deal. But the cattle market was already kind of working lower. I shouldn't say kind of. It was working lower. We didn't need the president to throw a grenade in the room, which is kind of what he did last Friday. Every beef producer I know wants to produce safe, economical beef for the consumer. And in the process, he needs to make some money. That's part of how it works. That's called sustainability. Well, we've had a couple good years in the cattle business. And that happened because the cow herd is the lowest numbers it's been in 60 years. The cow herd's the lowest number it's been in 60 years because there hasn't been sustained profitability for the last 60 years. If there was, the cow herd wouldn't continue to shrink. So here we sit, kind of in the right side of the cattle cycle with some good profits coming to the feedlot and the cow-calf, and our own government kind of seems to want to stumble into the arena and act like they're going to fix things. That's not working. So here we sit. You know, market's been softer all week again. Last week on limited trade, we were 225 live cattle. This week, 218 to 220. Closeouts right now are solidly in the minus $200 to minus $450 a head. Do the math on hundreds of head of cattle, that adds up pretty fast. We do not need somebody piling in telling us that it needs to go lower. It's already working that way. We will find some stability here, but just a rough deal. This didn't need to happen. You know, we kind of working through the Joslyn plant closure from 2 weeks ago. We're kind of rearranging some cattle, going to different places. We're making that work. We'll be fine. Other packing plants have picked up some slack. You know, we're just getting some added trucking, but we're working our way through that. And we'll work our way through this as well. But yeah, just kind of a tough deal. Feeder cattle prices crashing as well. You know, those 8-weight steers that were $360 a month ago are now closer to $320, $325. You can do the math on that. That backgrounder, he's losing money as well now also. Cow-calf man, who was kind of hoping to hit her pretty good this fall as he looks at selling his calves, is now looking at a decreased market for his calves this fall. So, yeah, everything going down in price. Now, all that being said, cattle producers had really good last 2 or 3 years. So yeah, I don't mean to say that the business is in shambles, but you know, you try to have a sustainable part of agriculture that continues to grow and thrive, and we just don't need the hiccups like we've had this last week and a half, 2 weeks. Cost of gains, you know, corn market. If you're a grain producer, you're liking what's going on in the corn market. We keep adding 10 cents here, 5 cents there, up another. I think it was up another 10 to 13 cents today. We get corn up there knocking on $5 a bushel, not far from it. That's good if you're selling corn. If you're a cattle feeder and you're buying corn, that adds insult to injury. That cost of gain continues to go up. We're looking at $1.05, pushing $1.10 cost of gain on steers. Those heifers are going to be north of $1.10. Most of these break-evens on new cattle getting bought are in that 220-something range. The deferred futures are 210 or under. So, yeah, hedgeability's out the window. We will buy some cattle cheaper that will turn out okay. But, boy, the closeouts, by the looks of it, the next 3, 4, 5 months are going to be pretty tough. So, little tough sledding coming. We'll be fine. We'll get the light at the end of the tunnel. I won't be near as negative in market reports coming up. But, yeah, just kind of upset with what has shook out here the last week. So, hopefully, like I said, we'll have a friendlier conversation next Wednesday. Once again, my name is David Rueber, Beef Production Specialist for Innovative Ag. Thank you.
That's it for this week's episode of IAS Market Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss an update. And if you know a fellow producer who could benefit from this information, share this episode with them. For more updates and insights, visit innovativeag.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll catch you next time on IAS Market Talk.
Are you ready for a hands-on role with purpose? Join the facility operations team at Innovative Ag Services, where we value hard work, safety, and community. With locations across Northeast and Central Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin, we offer industry-leading benefits, on-the-job training, and a culture that supports your growth. From competitive pay to a uniform allowance, we invest in our team. Grow with IAS and discover your co-opportunity. Apply today at innovativeag.com.